If you click this, I already know your situation. You have papers, you have a topic, you even have a supervisor, but the document is not moving. You open your laptop, you stare at the page, and suddenly your brain goes blank. Then what you do, you simply start to blaming yourself. You think like, oh my god, I'm lazy, maybe I'm not smart enough. No, actually this is not an intelligence problem. This is a pattern problem. Today I'm going to call out the patterns that keep thesis students stuck, and I'm going to make it very real with examples so it hits you. Hi, I'm Pim Shamanti. For the last 6 to 7 years, I have worked behind the scenes supporting students' research projects, especially thesis writing, literature reviews, and structuring chapters in a way supervisors accept. Now I share everything I have learned publicly so students can do their work faster and more correctly. You might already know me from social media. I run a thesis tips channel on TikTok with around 11k followers, and also I share academic tips on LinkedIn around 13k followers. I also have my own website where I post resources and tools, www.smartestems.com. This channel is for practical research help in simple language so you don't waste weeks going in the wrong direction. Let's start with the first truth. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Thesis writing proves this every day. Because the biggest trap is this: you search and download papers without direction. Your folder looks very impressive, but your chapter is still empty. It's actually like going to a supermarket with no shopping list. You will fill the trolley, you will spend money, you will come home, and still you are missing what you actually needed. That's why my rule is very simple. Outline first, then search, not the other way around. And if your outline is rough, it must exist. Actually, headings give your brain a target. Here's the quick test. If you cannot explain your chapter 2 headings in 15 seconds, stop downloading more papers. You need to fix the outline first. Now the second rule in research, actually claims need proof. There's a quote I really love because it's funny and more painful at the same time. The quote is, "In God we trust, all others must bring data." Your opinion is not a finding. Your feelings are not a source. Actually, a thesis is not a motivational speech. It's an evidence-based writing. Okay, think about a court case. You can't win by saying, "I feel this is true." You need evidence. This is the same. When supervisors write justify, they are not being difficult. Actually, they are asking for proof. So if you want your writing to look strong, stop adding more words to weak points. Add support. One claim, then evidence, then citation. That's academic writing. Now the third truth is the biggest lie students believe. If my writing sounds complicated, it is academic. No. Clear writing is actually academic. Confusing writing is not academic, it's just confusing. There is a quote people often link to Einstein: "If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough." Whether people debate who said it or not, the actual idea is really true. Clear writing shows understanding. Confusing writing hides weak thinking. Let me give you a real life example. Imagine you are explaining your research to a smart brain in 2 minutes. You will not say moreover, notwithstanding the aforementioned. You will say the point very clearly. That's what your thesis should do. So here's the rule. Clarity is confidence. If your sentence has 3 commas and 5 connectors, you probably need to split it. One sentence, one idea. Actually, that small change alone can upgrade your whole chapter. Now let me add a real story moment, because this is where students thinking I am exaggerating. I once saw a student, actually a client, who had a folder full of PDFs, like more than 100 papers. I was genuinely working every day. When I asked, "Show me your chapter 2 draft," actually there were only 2 paragraphs after 2 weeks of effort. And do you know why? Because reading was happening, but output was not happening. Motion was there, but progress was missing. Actually, that's why this topic is really important. Hard work without a system is still waste of time. Now the fourth truth, actually you don't finish a thesis with one perfect weekend. You finish with consistency. There's a very famous quote: "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence then, it is not an act but a habit. That is thesis writing. Most students wait for motivation, they wait for the perfect mood, they wait for a free weekend, then they disappear for 2 weeks, then they panic, then they try to write everything in one night. Actually, what happens here is that cycle destroys the confidence. Think like you are going to the gym, and one intense workout once a month doesn't change your body. Small consistent training changes everything. Thesis is the same. Even 30 minutes a day is enough. Keeps your brain connected to the work. Motivation usually comes after progress, not before it. Keep it remember. Now the final truth, and this is the one that separates students who finish from students who stay stuck, is output. There's a quote I want you to remember. Don't confuse motion with progress. Downloading papers feels like motion. Highlighting feels like motion. Watching research videos feels like motion. But if your document is not changing, you are not progressing. Think like if you watch cooking videos all day, you still don't have food. Actually, food appears only when you cook. In thesis writing, progress appears only when you produce output. So make one rule for yourself. Every reading session must end with something written. Can be a paragraph draft, a table row, a citation added with a short note, a gap sentence, it can be whatever. Because if nothing is written, it didn't count. So if your thesis feels stuck, don't blame yourself. Check your pattern. Are you collecting papers with no outline? Are you writing claims with no proof? Are you forcing complicated sentences instead of clarity? Are you working only when you feel like it instead of staying consistent? Are you reading without output? Fix just one of these today and you will feel your thesis moving again. If this video felt like it described you, comment me so I know you are here with me. Follow me on TikTok and LinkedIn. I'll catch you soon in next week with new video. Until that, happy researching. Bye bye.